What's up, guys? Nightingale here, and welcome back to another update notice. Today, we're going to be covering the 7/28 update notice. We're here live on Twitch, so Twitch chat, say hello to YouTube. YouTube, say hello to Twitch chat. Today, we finally get to talk about the thing I couldn't talk about last week because, you know, you're technically not supposed to talk about data mined content. So, today, we're going to get to talk about Summer 5-Head. So, let's jump on into this. So, hello heirs, this is GM Dominial. Let's take a look at what we have in store for this week. For you in this week's update, players will be able to view the contents of the update after the maintenance of on Thursday, July 28th, tomorrow. So number 1, side story. Finally, summer break, week 1. Yay, 3-week side stories. The Dragonite trainees and Euphine are going to spend a summer break in Artena. Charlotte has made up her mind to supervise her clumsy friends. Will Charlotte and her friends be able to spend this summer break without a hitch? This special side story, finally summer break begins now. You can come here to the thing and watch the promotional video. So, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get a title screen change. Cool, please give me this art because this would make a kick-ass wallpaper, and we can Photoshop her forehead to not be the size of Texas. How to enter? You will need to complete 1010 Shrieking Hall Episode 1, aka the same thing you have to do for every side story. Beat the first chapter. Or the first episode. We're gonna have a special side story, finally summer break information. So this will be the main page where we will work across it. It is a 3-week side story, hooray. So 7/28 to 8/18 is where the first week, basically here's the thing. It ends on the 18th, it starts on the 28th. We're gonna have 3 weeks, so the 28th, the 4th, and the 11th. All right. So the lead hero will be Summer Break 5-Head, Holiday Euphine, Melanie, and Christy. Now you should have access to 2 of these already because they are 3-star units. Summer 5-Head and Holiday Euphine is about to be rerun, so for those of you who don't have her, we'll be able to pick it up, and Summer 5-Head starts tomorrow. As well as you're going to have enhancements for Helen, Sermia, Summer Disciplines, Alexa, Charlotte, Euphine, and Normal Alexa. For week 1's currency, we'll have the Fruit Shaved Ice, and this will be located in Charlotte's Deep Darkest Secrets Library secret cult of giant foreheads. Enhanced artifacts are going to be the Mature Sunglasses, aka the Knight's Draco Plate. And then you're gonna have, what is that, 8, the Chariot, and 19, the Sun? Yeah, it looks like 19. Yeah, okay. Or no, that's, yeah, 7 the Chariot and 19 the Sun. Cool. So you'll have 2 free artifacts. Make sure that you do limit break these as soon as you can get them worked up because this is extra currency along the way. So week 1 in chapter 1, summer break, regular battle story stages, various difficulties, the usual spiel. In addition, we have another mini game, ladies and gentlemen. This one's a steal from, I believe, the slime one. Hooray, they love their mini games now. Stop. So we're gonna also have the Goblin's Den and Molagora Habitat will be available. Week 1 will consist of a total of 18 stages. Holy crap, we've got some reading to do. And players will unlock each stage by completing the one prior. We're gonna have story stages. Great. Just a bunch of reading. Stage difficulty, you'll have the usual spiel here. Complete the highest one you can possibly complete, and don't worry if you cannot complete the one above it, because you might be newer, you might not have gear yet. Just complete the hardest one you can beat, and great. Farm and the next question is always what to farm, which stage? The one that you can farm the most efficiently. So if you're dying a lot on hard, probably should back down. Farm normal. Pretty much the way it rolls. So the Goblin Theme Park and Molagora Salad Palace will be, and the cooking minigame will be available as you go along. We don't really need to get into that. How to unlock, you'll need to complete stages. The cooking will complete after 7A, sour ingredient 7B, cold ingredient 7C, golden ingredient. Yep, this is straight ripped from the slime event because it was go collect the ingredients and then come back and smash your cook button. All right. because we can't come up with more original stuff. The exchange shop will have 3 artifacts of the sun available this first week. Make sure you buy those first and buy them as soon as you get the currency to buy it. Don't just farm up. I mean, literally, as soon as you get the currency, 290, buy the artifact, pop it on. If you get it through a reward, pop it on, work on it that way. All hail the legendary fused nerves. Definitely buy up your catalyst, your Molagors, and everything from the shop because it is the most energy efficient way to do it. You've got some rewards, so we're going to be getting the artifacts here. We're going to be getting a background pack, which actually looks kind of cool, not going to lie. Molagoras, we're getting some emotes. That's kind of fun. Gold transmit. We're getting an 88 piece of gear that's probably rigged and trash, and some fused nerves. That's cool. So the sun, let's take a look at this. What in the heck is this artifact? Oh my god, it's so bad. At the end of a turn, at max limit break, recovers 800 health shared between the caster and the ally, and an ally except for the caster with the lowest health. What is that crap? Junk. We're gonna have an illustration, which you will get at the end of beating the story or somewhere along the way. So yeah, we're gonna have 2 illustrations. Let's go. Because, you know, the next time you're gonna have a specialty change that is locked behind doing this. So let's be real. So your next specialty change next year is gonna be locked behind getting one of these 2 portraits. So you only have 3 weeks to get this specialty change. Sounds great, right? I wonder where that comes from. All right, next up, number 2. A new 5-star hero. Summer 5-head is here. Yay! So, we now have Summer 5-head. Hero introduction. Let's just scroll down and start reading the skills. So, get ready to get smashed in the face by some tuna fish. Yay! All right, so So her S1. Acquire 20 fighting spirit. Attacks the enemy with 2 meaty fish with a 50% chance to decrease defense for 1 turn. When activated as a dual attack, this attack changes into an attack that targets all enemies, and changed attack does not trigger a counterattack, and increases combat readiness of the caster by 20%. And then this can also be soul burned to attack all enemies and does not trigger a dual attack or a counterattack. Hooray. They just love negating and shutting stuff down. It's not like people use a ton of counter set anyway, so why is this a thing? All right, so her passive increases critical hit chance by 10%. At the end of every 4 ally turns, grants enhanced dual attack to the caster, gains 15 fighting spirit. At the start of the turn, when fighting spirit is full, consumes all fighting spirit, dispelling all debuffs before increasing attack for 2 turns and resetting skill cooldowns. Hey guys, we've got a new unstrippable skill in the game, or an unstrippable buff in the game. Don't we just love unstrippable buffs? It's almost like that they're now making this new meta of eventually you're gonna have to deal with unstrippable buffs and unstrippable debuffs because they've screwed the game up so bad with everything rolling buff durations back that they now have to do this mechanic in order to fix it. Enhanced dual attack is now the new unstrippable buff. When an ally, except for the caster, uses a skill, the caster is available to use a dual attack, attacks the same target with a basic attack. Enhanced dual attack cannot be dispelled. Here we go. I'm telling you, they're walking down a slippery slope here. Dispelled when the caster uses a dual attack. Cool. Now for her awakening skill, or, well, you know, there. Well, hello there! I'm glad we got the whale joke in here. So after awakening, because we don't care about the other one, attacks the enemy with a pod of killer whales. Stunning for 1 turn. Before increasing speed of all allies for 2 turns. Nice. Speed buff. Damage dealt increased proportional to the target's lost health. Sup, Crow. This is going to be interesting to see how this works out. So, yeah, that's going to be a interesting skill to see laid out. And she is an Ice Knight. Great. Okay. New artifact. Mature sunglasses. The Knight exclusive 5-star mature sunglasses will be added. In short, let's just cut it right to the point. This is Knight's Draco Plate. Take Luna's artifact. Put it next to this. Change a couple of the stats. Draco Plate. Ta-da. So it's literally the same thing as Draco Plate. Exact same effect, exact same way. This will go over crit damage. So, yeah. It's the Knight's version of Draco Plate. Alright, number 4. What everybody wants to know. Summer Break 5-head and the mature Draco Plate. Limited drop rate up. It's available for 2 weeks. So, 7/28 to 7/28 to 8/11. So, yay, you got 2 weeks to pull Summer 5-head and her Knight Draco Plate if you so choose to do so. Coin Shop item list renewal. So this will start on August 1st. We're going to have Iceria, and the massively OP Valen now is going to be available in the whale shop. So if you've got your, those, I don't know anybody that watches this video who has those, let's be real. No new players got those. And then Galaxy coins. So if you do happen to want Sage Ballsacks and or Closer Charles, you've now got 40 coins. And if you want one, cool, now's the time to buy. All right, now for the best and most important news of the video is free Unequip. Hooray! My favorite part. So 7/28 to 7/31 at a very odd time because they still cannot do this properly. Started from server reset, whatever server time it is. For us here on Global, it's 6 a.m. right now to 6 a.m. in the freaking Monday morning. How hard is it for you to do this when you can tailor this straight to hunt buffs? I don't get your incompetency here, but come on, guys. Just do it. It makes life so much better for the people who, have lives, got stuff to do. But yeah, it ends at a weird time. We'd say this every time, but hey, eventually some point we're gonna get the point across to them and they will change free Unequip to actually start at reset to reset. We need to start a campaign. Reset to reset. We should start saying that everywhere. Free Unequip. Reset to reset. Okay, so that's going to take care of it for all the information. Let's get up here to the top so I have a visual cue when I'm doing timestamps to know where we start our question and answers. And I also have the handy dandy follower only off in chat as my other visual cue. There we go. So follower only mode is off. You guys can now start asking questions. We'll answer them in the order they are received at Nightingale1176 to get your questions answered in the order they are received. 5 minutes rolling now. And we'll extend it again up to 10, 15 minutes. I mean, there's not a ton here, but hey, questions are questions. So try to keep them somewhat relevant to this week's update notice because it doesn't matter about when X Unit's going to get run in like 4 weeks from now because we don't have the information on it. So yeah. As a new player, would this banner be all right going for? Well, here's the thing is the AoE aspect of it is kind of cool, but here's where things are going to get sketchy. I'm going to just mention this at this point. If you started up the game this morning on the 27th of July, you've probably seen that there is a banner saying a collab is coming. Not the British are coming, a collab is coming. So, in this case, you will need to weigh out if you are particular to said leaked collab information and want to look at that versus Summer 5-head. The choice is yours. If you are part of 5-heads Anonymous and want to go to the support club for enormous sized 4-heads, then 5-heads, then you can totally pull on this banner. Honestly, I have to say though that the Draco Plate aspect of her is amazing. Because here's the thing, and this is kind of one thing I want to talk to you guys about is, so Here's my take on this, whether you like it or not. This isn't the most important artifact in the world for knights. Most knights are mitigation or utility type support knights. There are some out there that are designed around damage dealing. But in my personal opinion, this is just my opinion, you know, I'm entitled to have my own opinion, but some content creators don't think I am entitled to my own opinion, but that's what it is. Draco Plate is a cool idea for her. Or not those damaged knights in general, because it can allow you to get some insane damage. But the sad thing is most of those knights end up wanting Elberus Ritual Sword in their place. So, in that theory, you'll probably end up wanting the Elberus in place of this. But if you don't have Elberus, this is a cool artifact to have in that case, because it is critical damage, nice, it goes over the cap of crit damage, and when suffered, decreases damage suffered by 14%. So, cool. It's a nice artifact. So, it helps out the knights in general. So, is it a must pull? Depends on whether you want the collab or not. And then potentially you also just put this into perspective. They said new collab, not the slime collab, so you got a pretty expensive year. This has more potential to be rerun because, well, you won't be able to get this till next year because this has to get rerun. So you will have the 1 year exclusiveness of this, so do jump into it now if you really want this. But yeah, you've got a lot to think about here, and how cool is this and how well does this play out? I can't say is this going to be meta defining or anything like that, because here's what you have to look at. What will counter this unit? How does it really function? Not on paper, because there's a lot of units that they release that sound disgusting on paper that are trash in real life, and then there's some that sounds like some that are not really that good on paper, but end up practicality being a lot better than they really are because they don't know how to explain stuff. So there's the double-edged sword here. Am I going to end up pulling? I don't know. I want to see this in action before I put my two things in there. See, my first thought was Ilyanov, Fighter Maya, Charles Mort, all those units, all those knights want Elberus Ritual Sword. Bellion, Elberus Ritual Sword. While Draco sounds cool for Bellion, because it's extra damage, but most of those knights that do damage and are designed for damage dealing end up wanting Elberus Ritual Sword. So, it's a great backup. If you don't have Elberus, this is free damage. We're not saying this is bad. 30 crit damage is a chunk of damage. That's way more value than 4,000, 5,000 HP. 30 crit damage is a lot more damage. So, do keep that in mind. At the worst case scenario for new players, let's put it this way. Let's say, buy the artifact for powder if you are going to do anything. At least having one of these. I'm going to repeat it for 5 minutes just to see if you guys have got more questions. So start rolling them in. If not, we'll wrap up in the next minute or so. But for new players, if you've got 240 powder, at least pick up one of these because you can bottle it up. You can start working on it. It is at least worth having this because if you do get a damage knight and you don't have Elberus, great. You've got a very good secondary option for that unit. There's nothing wrong with this artifact. I do like it. I just like Elberus for those knights better because it's free. It's a full free counterattack, and typically it is the attack is going to do more than the difference of these two skills. As far as side story, just farm it out. Do what you got to do. We do have, for those of you, just to put this in perspective, this is your last week of all buffs this weekend. So if you don't plan on doing hunt buffs, or you're too new to be doing hunt farming, I'd actually recommend this. Try to spend your Saturday and Sunday on the all buffs farming the store to maximize your energy and all that stuff. If that's advice is really for new players. I mean, brand new players that are going to be getting into this. So I really think that would probably be the best use of your time for those that are not, is just to come in here and farm this because that's free XP and you're getting extra gold and it just is more valuable for your time than just rushing this right away. We also have the slime collab coming as well, so that would be 2 collabs within a few months. Right, yes. So chances are you're probably going to see that said leaked collab that I cannot talk about directly, but happens to have a random initial that starts with an F. But you have a chance of that showing up at the end of, around the end of this story. So 3 weeks plus some change, say within the next 6 weeks, you'll see that. And then that might be a 2-week collab or a 3-week collab, depending on how they're trying to rush through it. Honestly, I could see this being another 2-week collab, so that it kind of like ReZero, where they blast through it real quick, get it over with. Then in around the end of October, beginning of November, they drop the slime one again on you. So, yeah, good luck to your bookmarks. You've got a lot of work to do. So you're going to be very picky with what you end up summoning for. So you can't have everything, and that's unfortunate, depending on how you are. At least 1 artifact of each. Nice. That's really good. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this. I've got 2 minutes, so let's say, last call. Anybody's got any other questions, get them in real quick. At least let me know you've got a question if you're not typing it up, so I don't wrap the video up right away. And then we will move on. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. The timer's right here. So yeah, I'll give you guys like what I miss. We're finishing up questions and answers. So the short 5 heads coming, 3-week summer side story. Yeah, watch the video. That's what you missed. So yeah, let's just go ahead and wrap it up. So go ahead and start saying goodbye to YouTube, Twitch chat. We'll be answering questions all morning long here. Wanted to just say for all of you guys who are wait or buy. Depends on if you really need Sage Ball Sacks or Closer Charles, so that's up to you. There could be something more important coming along in the next rotation. Always wait till the end. Always wait till the end of the next rotation before you make your decision if you're going to buy that. You never buy at the beginning of the rotation unless it's an absolute unit you've been waiting months to get. You're like, oh my god, I have to have this unit. I've been waiting since I've been playing. It's now finally got the whale coins. Let's roll. You always wait till the end. If you're like, maybe I'll buy, maybe I won't. Because you never know what they'll announce the next one. So, Goblin Den, Molagora, save to the weekend. Yes, always save the Goblin's Den till the weekend. Anyway, that's going to take care of it for us today. I really appreciate everybody coming and stopping by. We've got another new side story. So finally summer break is here, so finally something new to do. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. I will be around to try to help you guys out on anything going on. I don't know yet if I'm going to need to make anything special for the summer side story, but I will try to get another video out if that is the case. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I will do my best to answer them for you, and we'll see you guys in the next one.